This is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. Thank you very kindly for coming to visit me today. I appreciate it. This is the video for the sign of Aries for the month of May. And this is the tarot YouTube channel that uses a horoscope as a diagram to find out what's going on in your life. It's also the channel that has a calendar that might be interesting to you all. My friend Link publishes it. He publishes little incidentals in the life of ancient gods and goddesses. Okay? Now, first thing I need to tell you, though, is as of May the 4th, the Celtic feast of Sheela na gig is held on May the 4th. It's an Irish fairy day. Ta-da! Now, this particular depiction of an Irish fairy, go to your computer, and I'm going to spell it for you. SHEELA hyphen na NA hyphen gig, GIG, like you've got a gig tonight. Okay, so it's an ancient pagan holiday. Let's just put it that way, because that's what it is. Okay, also, I'm going to use a variety of various decks. Some of the decks I'm really familiar with. Some of new decks and I'm not as practiced on, so I have a little cheat sheet here, but don't worry about this right this second, because I have a very well-used deck here. It's probably the Ellen Dugan deck, and Ellen Dugan's Witches Tarot. I think that's what it's called. So, all right, so we're going to start out. Oh, gosh. I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to cut. I'm going to say a prayer. And we're going to lay it out like a horoscope. Okay? So, when you're talking about your first house is what you're thinking about right now. So, the first house has to do with what you're thinking about right now. And according to this, you Arians out there, what's uppermost on your mind is hanging on to your money, or finding wiser ways to use it, or practicing discipline for yourself. Because, well, no, the condition of politics in the U.S. is kind of fragile right now. And so people who are concerned about their futures might want to hold on to as much security as they can get. Okay? That's the first house. Second house is your own money. Now, well, look, are you taking the money out of the bank and you're putting it in another bank? Are you buying stocks and bonds? Are you buying Bitcoin? Because here's you taking your money somewhere else. So, and actually, what you're trying to do is put it in a safer environment than it is now. Whatever that means to you. Okay, whatever that means to you. Because this guy is definitely taking, I don't want to call him, he's taking tools and weapons off of the battlefield. And he's taking them to keep under his control. Okay? Now, third house is communication. We got the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is, well, she's fairly brisk. She's wise, and Wands governs business. So let's see what this woman why? Are you quitting your job? What is it? What is it? What is it? Because we have the Queen of Wands. Is the boss moving away? Maybe that's what all this is. You're taking your money and you're going to go to work for that's what this could be. You're talking about leaving town or leaving your current employment and exploring other opportunities. Now, this means you're just in the exploration stage. It doesn't mean you've already made the decision and gone. So, congratulations and good luck. All right, fourth house is your home. Well, we got the Knight of Swords here. Swords means mental activity, and this guy wants to have quick action. That's what he likes. Oh, so listen here. So right in this minute, you think this is a good time to sell your house. That's my opinion, because this is a generational card. And in order to preserve the cash that you can accumulate, that has been accumulated at the moment, or B, will be accumulated when you sell your house, it'll be a nice little nest egg that's what you plan to do with some of it. And make it a nice little nest egg for future expenses, whether it's trips or your retirement or putting the kids through college, whatever that is. Isn't that interesting? So it also, and at this point in time, y'all might be trying to discuss what improvements need to be made on the house in order for it to sell quicker. Okay, because there's discussions about that. Okay, fifth house is romance and creativity. What? Okay, honey bunch, what is this? What is going on in your fifth house? Romance, creativity, children, games of chance, recreation. Oh, this is in another deck. It would be called the devil card, and it would actually have a picture of the devil on it. You know, kind of like horns and stuff. But anyway, the shadow side is actually what a person most fears and what he most loves. So, name your addiction. Whether it's food, whether it's love, whether it's security, whether it's drugs. Sometimes astrologers do say that this card lends itself to those kinds of addictions. Let's just say that. Okay? So, what is bedeviling you in your house of... So you're afraid. Okay, so if I'm going to say that this has to be about future plans and selling your house and looking for it, then you're afraid. You're really terrified to make this move. You're really terrified. But you're really close because you're terrified not to do it. Okay? You're like, if I'm going to move, I better do it now. Whatever logic in your head is. Okay? Because this is what you most love and what you most hate. You might most hate the idea of selling your house, but you know that you have to do it because of X. You might love the idea of starting a new job, but you might hate the part about starting over again somewhere. So, look at that. Okay, sixth house is work and health. Well, what do we have here? Guess what? This says you're going into the world of the unknown because this particular... So you're... Oh, gosh. It almost feels like a gamble to you, Aries out there. It feels like a gamble. And this person is cast his hopes and aspirations on his actions, hopefully will return a good, not investment, well, return a good investment, okay? But you really can't see what the investment's going to be. You really don't have a firm idea in mind because you haven't made up your mind what you're going to do yet. But the thought is out there that you may want to make a move now because you're afraid if you don't, it could be worse. Whatever that means to you, you know? Some other people would say, like somebody who's like Capricorn that loves security would say, oh, I'm not moving now. No, that's stupid. Well, to an Aries, it might not be stupid. Okay? Okay, seventh house is woohoo, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Congratulations, folks. You got a good luck card here. So, I believe that your spouse is going to encourage this contemplation and wants to explore opportunities because the spouse's life and if there are children are all involved in this. So how is this change going to serve people under your roof? How is it? And how is it going to interrupt their lives? So you have a lot to talk about, but she's on your side or he's on your side, whichever that is. Okay, eighth house is money from other people. Now we got a Queen of Swords. Another cerebral opportunity. Queen of Swords in your eighth house of money from other people. Oh my God, then we got well, this could be the two of you. Eighth house, money from other people means income tax checks. Lawsuit checks, inheritance checks, and insurance checks, those kinds of things. And we got a man and a woman here. Oh, wow, what is this? Eighth house of money from other people. Well, okay. So I'm going to say this. These people are hoping for a boon, is what I'm going to say. And this card may or may not determine when it'll occur. Now, notice that this person right here is blindfolded, she's tied up, and she has a bevy of swords out in front of her, so she cannot move. She's been captured, kidnapped, whatever. So what I'm going to say is you might think you need a boon, which is why you want to sell your house because you need the cash for X. Or B, you want to borrow money from family members, but they're going to be inclined to say no. So I believe that you've come to the thought that in order to get over the hump here, you need your cash to be more liquid. I'm just saying, it's possible. So I don't think there's going to be any inheritance check or lawsuit check anytime soon, because she's blindfolded. She can't see it. She doesn't know where it may be coming from. So I'm going to say that right now the chances are not very good that there will be a way to get money in those categories. Okay, income tax check, inheritance check, insurance check, lawsuit check. What's the other one? I don't remember, but that's okay. It's not going to come around now. That doesn't mean it never will. It just means it's not going to come around right now. Okay, this is your ninth house of philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Now, this is kind of an unusual. Okay, I was going to say it's kind of an unusual card to come up in this ninth house for an Aries, but because events have occurred in such a way that it has required you to look at the world through a different lens, from a different angle, because situations have revealed themselves to you that have resonated up here. So if you if you move, what's this guy doing? He's happy. He's living in the sun, and he is about to contemplate philosophy, religion, higher education, or long distance travel. So theoretically, if you're weighed down in your current home, in your current environment, if there is going to be a period of time, and I'm going to guess, well, you can borrow money against your house if you need cash. And you may want the cash in order to pay for schooling, let's just say, because actually higher education is included here. You might need some cash because you need a break and you want to take a trip. You could do that. But something about your situation makes me feel like you need cash. Well, who doesn't? Okay, it's not anything that's terrible. You just need cash to help bolster your protection around yourself. Okay. This is 10th house is your, what the heck's going on? This is your career. Are you trying to tell me, Aries, that things are falling apart at work? Are they going out of business? Or if you're self-employed, are you going out of business? And you know what? People are going out of business these days for very valid reasons. Valid. It's not your fault. It's just the way why do I want to say the cookie crumbled? It's just the way that events have presented themselves so that you realize, I need to turn the channel here. I need to turn the channel here. And you don't want to be one of these people jumping out of the building. So you might want to leave before that happens. Okay? This might have to do, and look, this is another major arcana card right next to you. So you want to get out of there with as much money as you can get, because you're not sure that could ever happen again. Okay? If you're going to leave the company, go ahead and leave it while it's falling down. Don't wait for it to hit the ground. Okay, 11th house is friends and long-term plans. So look at here. Well, this is a card of inactivity. I know she looks like she's picking up, stuff in the yard, but it's really not very important to her. It's not very pertinent to the situation. So what I'm going to say is, friends, so you might have called already friends that were former workmates, that you had former workmates, and you may have already asked them, hello, remember me? I'm a so-and-so. Does your company need one of those? Or what kind of help is your company looking for? Because that's what people do with friends. Friends help each other out. So it's friends and long-term plans. So there's something about this long-term plan that does not necessarily make it immediate. Some of it's going to be immediate, but after the big change, you're going to be less panicky and more confident, and you're going to rest until the dust settles. That's what you're going to do. Okay, 12th house is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. You're having happy dreams. I hope you're having happy dreams. It's kind of scary to be alive in America today, but you seem to think that your problems are not big enough to keep you awake at night. That's number one. Number two, and it might be because you've already decided what to do about them, or have a pretty good idea of what you feel like you need to do about long-term plans and making arrangements for X, but they're not keeping you awake because, so that means you don't have any guilt or any self-doubts about it. You know you need to make a plan, and you know you need to skedaddle. So that's what you're in the middle of. Now, just for the heck of it, we're going to pull out this card. Okay, well, here's the Queen of Cups, somebody who loves you. Oh, look at that. So, kind folks out here, the reason you Aries are going through all this is because of love, and because you have the strength to pull everybody out into a new land and a new world and a new enterprise. So whatever that is, you've got the strength card. Congratulations. Not everybody gets that. And you got a very good love card here. So just for the heck of it, let's just see how many major arcana. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of a lot. But major arcana means destiny cards. So the fact that this is in your 10th house and it looks like the company's falling apart, I'd say you probably got a pretty good guess right there. And if you are in the mood to let's pretend you know the company's falling apart and you need to get another degree. That might be why you want to sell the house so you can pay for the school. Okay? Then you need to have that cash, and this is how you're going to get it. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay? So, some of these situations are, well, I hesitate to use the word cast in stone, but some of them could be. Like, I'm pretty sure things are not going well at your, and I'm pretty sure you need further education or vacation, just something to get you out of your head so that you can apply a fresh face and fresh ideas to your next incarnation, as it were. Okay? All right. Thanks. I hope this was good for you. It was very enlightening for me, Aries. I had no idea y'all were enduring this kind of situation. So, love you, mean it, and thanks for coming to visit Twisted Granny Tarot. I really appreciate talking to you, and thank you very much. It's really fun. All right, take care, y'all. Bye.